I would now like to share something. I would like to show you this lady. This lady is Dale Miron. She was one of our board of directors. Sadly, she is not with us anymore, but every year we give an award to who we consider to be at Kidney Cancer Canada the Volunteer of the Year. Although Dale isn't with us, her daughter Arlene is. Where are you, Arlene? And she's going to come right down now to talk a little bit about her mom. And please welcome Arlene.
I'm very pleased to be introducing the Dale Miron Volunteer of the Year Award this year. So, named after my mother, Dale. And with that, I'll share a little bit of history of Dale and the award. So, my mom, she grew up in a small house in the west end of Toronto in a big family. And so as one of 9 living in this house, she really stood out for her fun-loving attitude, probably a bit of spunk that she had too. And with that, her father started calling her Rockin' Dale. Then later in life, when she grew up, she moved out to the suburbs of Mississauga with the love of her life, and they had 2 children. But that nickname always stuck, and not only with family, but also with friends. And I think it's Rockin' Dale stayed with her because of her presence. And when she entered a room, she brought with her so much positive energy. And so often, as volunteers at Kidney Cancer Canada, we talk and focus about the impact of patient advocacy and how that can lead to better care, better treatment, and improved quality of life. And that was so central and so important to my mother. But today I want to talk about something else that was really important to her, and that's relationships. My mother's attitude was infectious, and with it, she built so many deep and positive relationships. Social research has shown that relationships can help us live better lives, and through connecting with our family, our friends, and our community, we can live a better life, and she really believed that too. She worked hard to give back to her community. She helped strangers find moments of inner peace and moments of silence, which she cherished so much, through teaching Tai Chi. And that's something that she found to be so beneficial through the course of her therapy and her cancer journey. She also found a lot of meaning in being a peer volunteer, providing support to other patients like herself that faced similar challenges, but also new challenges. She also brought joy to her fellow volunteers, sort of staying true to her nickname and often being the life of the party. So I think living in the midst of good and warm relationships can be shielding. And this year's recipient of the award leans into her community, and far beyond that, developing meaningful relationships with so many individuals through different channels. She provides support and warmth through the dedication and enthusiasm that she has for her volunteer work. I'd like to invite Stephen back to share a few words about this year's recipient and join me in presenting the award.
Thank you very much. This is a very clandestine operation, and I really am thrilled about this year's Dale Miron Volunteer of the Year Award. This is going to come as a surprise to many people in the room, but not a surprise to those that know this individual. This was a unanimous decision, and it is Karen Ross. Let me tell you a little bit about Karen. She is a beacon of our organization. If you want something done in the Maritimes or anywhere in this country to kidney cancer, you call Karen, and that is what she does. She's just there. She's amazing. I mean, it's It's a full-time job for me. I think she does more work than I do, judging from the number of emails and meetings that she goes to. She is an amazing individual. She is an advocate for the Maritimes. She's an advocate for caregivers. She does an amazing job assisting us with our French outreach. When Mona is off from Quebec, she will answer the phones for us in French because she is fluently bilingual. And she has to put up with my really bad French all the time. Karen was a caregiver to David, and sadly David passed a number of years ago. And I recently said to Karen, why do you do what you do? I mean, for years you have been supportive of our organization, and you have done everything you can to assist us. She is a member of the board of directors as well. And she said some things which actually really struck me. It was a tender moment, and she knows I'm going to say that. She said, you know, no one's ever asked me that before. And she said, I do this because over the past 18 years, I've got such a lot of information. I didn't want it to go when David left. And to us, it's a legacy of love for David. And it's a legacy for all the kidney cancer patients and caregivers across the country, and I think it is a very significant and a fitting choice this year that you are the Volunteer of the Year. Come on up, Karen. I can tell you that we had to con Karen into sending us pictures because we said we were going to be doing this presentation of all the board and a slideshow. So that's how we managed to get the pictures. And ever since we decided this, normally we talk to the board and have a decision. And I was waiting for you to say to me any day before it's going to, when are we going to decide on who the Volunteer of the Year award was going to be? And I have this whole story about, oh, there's no one really in the world that we could do it this year. We've run out of people. So I'm glad you're surprised. Isn't that beautiful? Congratulations. Also, Karen gets a beautiful pendant from Burke's that I know you probably will never take off now. That's it. But congratulations again, Karen. Terrific.